Welcome to this short introductory video about the National Library Service's BARD service, supported locally by the Mississippi Library Commission's Talking Book Services Department. This short video will help patrons learn the basics about BARD, including how to become a patron of the service. An acronym for Braille and Audio Reading Download, BARD allows patrons to download audiobooks directly to personal devices, including desktop computers, smartphones, tablets, and Braille e-readers. It's completely free, and you gain access to a library of more than 150,000 books, with more added regularly. We've also recently started offering Braille e-readers to our patrons, and BARD allows for easy downloading of Braille books for that purpose. To become a BARD user, you'll need to be a patron of Talking Books. Talking Books is a program available to anyone with blindness or visual impairment, dyslexia, other reading disabilities, arthritis, or any other condition that makes holding or reading print books difficult. Talking Book patrons can choose to receive audiobooks via mail, which run on digital book players that we also provide, as seen in the image on screen now. Some patrons use BARD exclusively, others use both BARD and Talking Books, but which services you receive are entirely up to you. If you are already a Talking Book patron, but are not a BARD patron, or aren't sure if you have BARD, then simply contact Talking Books and we'll assist you in setting up your account or gaining access to it, whatever is needed. If you're not a patron, then applying is simple. Just go to the link on screen or in the description and download the application. Part of the application requires certification from a third-party professional such as a doctor or librarian, and the completed application can be mailed, faxed, or emailed back to us. All links and contact information will also be in the description of the video. The BARD mobile application can be downloaded for Apple and Android devices, as well as modern Amazon Kindles. Simply download the app onto your device and you'll be ready to begin. Links to each version of the application will be in the video description. However, you will need to be a Talking Books patron to use the app. The first thing you'll see when starting up the app for the first time is the login page. Your username will be the email you gave us when creating your Talking Books account, and your password will be created by you. You may have to view a user agreement and scroll to the bottom to confirm it before proceeding. Past the login screen, there will be 4 tabs: Bookshelf, Get Books, Settings, and Now Reading. This will be confirmation that you have logged in successfully. If you experience any problems when logging in, contact Talking Book Services, and we'll be happy to help you. Keep in mind that the actual appearance of BARD on your mobile device may vary, especially between Apple and Android devices. For example, the navigation tabs may be at the top of the screen or at the bottom of the screen. However, they function the same on all devices. On Android devices, a built-in help function is available by pressing the 3 vertical dots in the top right of the screen. It will display information about the current tab. In order to download books, you'll need to go to Get Books, and there you can browse the catalog. You can search for specific books, or you can see a list of popular books, as well as books recently added to our catalog. Once you've found a book you want, you can select it, and it will give you the option to either download or wishlist it. Wishlisting does not download the book, but it marks it so that you can find it and get books more easily. You can also wishlist books by going to the BARD website, and the books wishlisted there will show up on your mobile device. BARD will then ask you where you want to download the book, which will typically be the audiobooks folder. Once the download is started, a notification should appear on your device showing the progress bar. We advise downloading using Wi-Fi to avoid using mobile data. Some patrons choose to allow friends or family to wishlist books for them using the BARD website, which can be helpful if you don't have a desktop computer or if you just want them to help you select books. The next stop is the bookshelf. From here, there are multiple categories, as BARD can be used to download both audiobooks and Braille books, though the Braille books cannot be read on a mobile device without a Braille display. Talking Books does offer refreshable Braille displays to our patrons, so reach out if you have an interest in receiving one. Playing a downloaded book is as simple as selecting Audiobooks, then tapping the selected book. From here, the book's playback can be controlled from the Now Reading tab. Changing to another book doesn't erase your progress. Your place in each book is saved automatically, and when you return to a book, it should begin playback from where you left off. Deleting a book once you no longer want it is as simple as swiping left on the title, which will reveal the option to delete the book. Additionally, you can view the BARD user guide from the bookshelf. It is the last function on the main bookshelf page. It contains more in-depth information about how to control BARD. The format of the book player will be familiar to patrons who have used the physical digital book players, and it functions much the same as those devices. The large green button plays or pauses the book, and the left or right are the rewind and fast forward buttons. Below this is the speed adjustment slider. If you want to slow down or speed up the book's playback, simply move the slider. Above the play pause button is the chapter select. Press the middle button to see a list of the book's chapters, or press the buttons to the left or right to switch to the last or next chapter. The sleep button, shaped like a crescent moon, lets you set a timer, after which the book will stop playing automatically. For example, if you want to only read for 15 minutes, you can press the sleep button once. Pressing it again within 3 seconds will increase the amount of time by another 15 minutes, with 4 presses setting a timer for 1 hour. Pressing the sleep button 5 times quickly will have the book automatically stop playing at the end of the current chapter. To the right of the sleep button is the bookmark button. Pressing it will save that specific point in the book, and you can then use the navigation button to return to any of your saved bookmarks. To erase a bookmark, simply press the mark button while within 5 seconds of the bookmark you want to delete. To rapidly scan through a book, the slider above the bookmark and sleep buttons will let you move to the exact point in the book that you want. The Settings tab is broken into 3 categories: Audio, Display, and User Account. In the Audio section, you can change the default speed that books play back at. If you generally prefer books to be faster or slower than normal, you can set that to apply to all books you read automatically. Similarly, if you prefer a higher or deeper tone of voice, the tone setting adjusts the bass and treble of the reader. Background playback allows the book to play when the app is not open. It is disabled by default, but you can turn it on if you wish to listen to a book while you're using the device for other things. By default, BARD prevents your device from automatically entering sleep mode while playing a book. If you wish to change this, toggle Auto Lock during playback. Some books have content such as page numbers, sidebars, and footnotes. If you want BARD to ignore these, select Skippable and then Skip. By default, BARD speaks to the user when certain actions are taken, but if you wish to turn this feature off, toggle Verbosity. If you want to turn off the confirmation beeps that occur whenever you press certain buttons, toggle Silence Button Beeps. If you want to revert the audio settings back to the default, press the orange Restore Defaults button. Contrast is the main relevant setting in the Display Settings tab for audio users, as most of the settings here are relevant for patrons using BARD alongside a Braille display. By default, BARD uses black text on a white background, but you can change this by selecting the Contrast option. This gives you a variety of options for how BARD appears on your device. BARD also supports changes to your device's font size, which cannot be changed from within BARD, but can be changed in your device's system settings, typically in the Display section. The exact location can vary by device, but changes to your device's default font size will also apply to BARD. If you are using BARD for Braille, this is where you can change where line breaks appear using the reflow function. This is mainly useful for Braille displays that are shorter than 40 characters. You can also adjust whether Braille automatically scrolls and how long it takes to scroll, either by line or by character. Like the audio settings, you can reset your display settings to the default options using the orange button at the bottom of this page. On the User Account Settings page, you can see the account currently logged in and can verify which email is being used. If you change your preferred email address, you can contact Talking Books to have your BARD email changed to match. However, this will require a password reset. By default, BARD will only download books if it has a strong Wi-Fi connection. If you wish to download books using your mobile data connection, you can toggle Download over Mobile Network. If you only wish to see audiobooks or Braille books, select Show Me to change which types of books are shown in Get Books search results. Storage Location shows the folder that BARD uses to store your downloaded books. There is generally no reason to modify this setting. If you want to reset your BARD application completely, erasing your login information and erasing all books you have downloaded, you can select Application Reset. This does not erase your wishlist or delete your BARD account. It simply resets the application to how it was when you first installed it. However, you will have to log in again, and all changes you've made to the app settings will be erased. Same as the audio and display settings, this page has an orange Restore Defaults button. This will not erase your data like the Application Reset button, it just changes the settings on this page to the default ones. This covers the basics of using the BARD mobile application. As mentioned previously, all contact information for the Mississippi Library Commission's Talking Book Division is in this video's description, and it will be on screen now. For more information about BARD, call us at 601-432-4151 or email us at talkingbooks@mlc.lib.ms.us. Thank you for your time, and we hope you find BARD to be a valuable part of your reading experience.